everyone. You ready for a story today? Everybody get in a comfortable position. All right, we're going to talk about a very special family. All right, tell me what you know about this special family. Who does it look like?
The three bears.
All right, very good, Sophie. Looks like the three bears. What do you know about the three bears?
There's Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear.
That's right. And have you ever heard a story about the three bears?
Goldilocks and the three bears.
Goldilocks and the three bears. That's right. Goldilocks and the three bears is a fairy tale. Have you ever heard the word fairy tale? Do you know what a fairy tale is? What do you know about it?
A fairy tale is a make-believe story.
It's a make-believe story. What else? Make-believe how? What parts of it are make-believe? All of it? Little of it? Is it all make-believe? The characters?
There's some true aspects of it, but like the characters are make-believe.
The characters are make-believe. Very good. Is it a long story or a short story?
Short story.
It's a short story. And how about the way it usually ends?
And a happy ending.
It usually has a happy ending. Sometimes even it teaches you a lesson. Okay? Today the story that we're going to read is called The Three Bears. And the author is Paul Galdone. All right? And this is a paperback book we're reading today, not a hardback. Okay? Everybody in a comfortable position? All right. The Three Bears. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a house of their own in the woods. One of them was a little wee bear, one was a middle-sized bear, and the other was a great big bear. They each had a bowl for their porridge. Do you know what porridge is? Do you know what it is? No?
What's porridge?
Porridge is kind of like oatmeal. Have you ever had oatmeal before?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
No? The little wee bear had a little wee bowl. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bowl. And the great big bear had a great big bowl. They each had a chair to sit on. The little wee bear had a little wee chair. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized chair. And the great big bear had a great big chair. And they each had a bed to sleep in. The little wee bear had a little wee bed. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bed. And the great big bear had a great big bed. One morning, the three bears made porridge for breakfast and poured it into their bowls, but it was too hot to eat, so they decided to go for a walk in the woods until it cooled. While the three bears were walking, a little girl named Goldilocks came to their house. First, she looked in at the window, and then she peeked through the keyhole. Of course, there was nobody inside. Goldilocks turned the handle of the door. The door was not locked because the three bears were trusting bears. They did no one any harm and never thought anyone would harm them. So Goldilocks opened the door and went right in. Should you go into someone else's house if there's no one there?
No.
No, that doesn't sound like that's a good choice by Goldilocks. There was the porridge sitting on the table. It smelled very, very good. Goldilocks didn't stop to think whose porridge it was. She went straight to it. First, she tasted the porridge of the great big bear, but it was too hot. Then she tasted the porridge of the middle-sized bear, but it was too cold. Then she tasted the porridge of the little wee bear. It was neither too hot nor too cold, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she ate it all up. Then Goldilocks went into the parlor to see what else she could find. There were 3 chairs First she sat down in the chair of the great big bear, but it was too hard. Then she sat down in the chair of the middle-sized bear, but it was too soft. Then she sat down in the chair of the little wee bear. It was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the bottom of the chair fell out. Down she went, plump, onto the floor. Goldilocks went into the bedroom where the three bears slept. First, she lay down on the bed of the great big bear, but it was too high at the head for her. Then she lay down upon the bed of the middle-sized bear, but it was too high at the foot for her. Look, she doesn't look very comfortable, does she? Then she lay down upon the bed of the little wee bear. It was neither too high at the head nor too high at the foot, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she covered herself up and fell fast asleep. By this time, the three bears thought their porridge would be cool enough, so they came home for breakfast. Goldilocks had left the spoon of the great big bear in his porridge bowl. He noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had left the spoon of the middle-sized bear in her porridge bowl too. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his bowl. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge and eaten it all up," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. The three bears went into the parlor. Goldilocks had left the cushion crooked in the chair of the great big bear. He noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had squashed down the cushion in the chair of the middle-sized bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his chair. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has sat right through it," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. Look at him, poor baby bear. The three bears went into the bedroom. Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the great big bear out of place. He noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had pulled the blanket of the middle-sized bear out of place. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his bed. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. This woke Goldilocks up at once. There were the three bears all staring at her. Goldilocks was so frightened that she tumbled out of bed and ran to the open window, and out she jumped. She ran as fast as she could, never looking behind her. No one knows what happened to Goldilocks after that. As for the three bears, they never saw her again. The end. So, what did you think of the story? We had some visitors. You did a really good job. You weren't distracted by our visitors that came during the middle of our stories. You did a good job. What do you think about the story? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you like it? How is it like other Three Bears stories you've read? Was there anything that was the same or different?
The characters and the plot
Were the same?
similar.
Yeah, same things that happened?
Yeah.
What things were different?
There's a fourth bear on the cover.
There's a fourth bear on the cover. What's the fourth bear? Oh, his stuffy. Yeah, the wee little bear carried around a little stuffed teddy, didn't he, in this story? How about what the author calls them? He never called them, when I asked you about our special family, you called them Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. Did the author call that in his story?
No.
What did he use?
Big.
Big bear,
The
middle
great-
sized bear.
Yeah, he talked about their sizes, right? The great big bear, the middle-sized bear, and the wee little bear, right? How about where did the story take place? What's the setting?
In the woods.
In the woods, right? And what kind of problems happened in the story? What kind of problems were there in the story?
The chair broke.
The chair broke. That's right. Who broke that chair?
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks broke the chair. What else did Goldilocks do?
She ate wee little bear's porridge.
Yep, she ate all the porridge of the wee little bear. She broke his chair.
She went into other people's house.
She went into someone else's house. That's something we talked about we should never do, right? That's right. And then when they found her, what did she do?
She ran.
She ran away. She didn't say, I'm sorry. And in fact, I think she jumped out of a window. It's probably not safe to be jumping out of windows either, right? No. Okay? So Goldilocks caused all kinds of problems in the story, all right? She broke a lot of things in the story, didn't she? Or she broke the chair for sure, right? Have you ever been over to a friend's house and you broke something when you were at their house? Do you remember anything like that? Do you remember breaking something? Maybe. Yeah, does anybody have a story to share? Do you remember breaking anything? No? If you are at a friend's house and you break something, what should you do? Should you jump out the window and run away like Goldilocks did?
Say sorry.
Yeah, you should say you're sorry, right? And what else can you do?
You can help fix it.
You can help try and fix it, right? And that's what Goldilocks should have done, right? Goldilocks should have said, I'm sorry, and she should have helped to try to fix the things that she had broken. Today, Goldilocks needs your help. She needs you to help her fix a new chair for Baby Bear, all right? So today, we're gonna get them in, we're gonna get our things all together, and we're gonna talk about what you're gonna help Goldilocks do, okay? We've got everything together now. Remember, you're gonna help because Goldilocks broke some things. You're gonna help Goldilocks fix a new chair for Baby Bear, all right? So today, you can work either with a partner or you can work on your own if you want. I think we have enough materials today. But you're going to build a chair for Baby Bear that won't break, okay? It's going to need to be just the right size for this Baby Bear to sit in the chair. Don't make it too big, not a big chair for Papa Bear. You're making a chair that's just the right size for Baby Bear, okay? The wee little bear, okay? You will have a planning sheet to use, so you'll get some time to think about. So can you help Goldilocks build a new chair for poor Baby Bear? You have some space where you're gonna think of a plan. And here you might talk about what materials you're gonna use, okay? You can use anything you want in the library, okay? We have lots of different materials. So I'm gonna show you some. If there's something different in the library that you wanna use, come and talk to me about it. I'm sure you can use it, all right? But we have things like we have craft sticks in different sizes, some small ones, some large craft sticks. We have rubber bands. We have some paper tubes. We have some cardboard that you can use. We have different kinds of glue and things for sticking. We have some Elmer's glue. We have a glue gun, a low heat glue gun that you can use. We have scissors and tape and some smaller pieces of wood that might work for backs of chairs or the seat of a chair. And I think I had even found, depending on what you use to get it to stick together, maybe some of this blue stick, the blue tack, okay? But you can use any of those materials. And when you plan, you're gonna write down. You've gotta think about, so you're gonna talk to your partner, you're gonna talk to people and think about what you will use, what you might use to work. Then you're gonna draw your plan, draw your model. What is your chair gonna look like, okay? And then number 3 says you're going to build. Then number 4, you're gonna test it. So you're gonna try and put Baby Bear in it and make sure that he fits, and it's not too big and it's not too small. And then the last thing is, when you're done, you're gonna go get the iPads that we have sitting on the circulation desk, and you're gonna use an iPad, and you're gonna take a selfie with you and Baby Bear sitting in your chair. That way, when I look through them later, I can see your chair along with you, all right, and see which one you made, okay? So the last part is you're gonna record it, okay? When you're finished, you can look at any of the other 3 Bears books that we have while we wait for everyone to finish, and then we'll share our creations, okay? Let me get pencils and paper to everyone so you can get started.
Cardboard.
It's gonna be a floating chair
Floating chair.
for in the pool.
Baby Bear? I didn't see a pool at his house.
There's a lake. It's in the forest.
Oh, all right.
It's around the side.
Popsicle sticks.
Oh. Mine's got floats.
Can it be on, like, can it just sit on this is not to size. Because where's the floor in this?
Oh, your drawing is not to size, but it does have to be the right size for Baby Bear to get
That's
in
like a
on
high
his
chair.
own. Yeah. it
On his
can-
own?
Yeah.
But he has middle-sized bear and great big bear.
Yeah, I think Baby Bear's supposed to get into the chair on his own. Remember, the chair's supposed to be the right size for Baby Bear. That would
Okay.
mean he could get in on his
I
own.
might have to cut my tubes in half.
Yeah, I'm cutting it in half then.
And flip them the other way. Because he's not very big.
No, Baby Bear he's a wee little bear.
I mean, sit in that. It's like, what? Ah,
Abby, did you change your plan? Are you still gonna make a floaty chair, or now you're gonna make a rocking chair?
I think I'm gonna make a rocking chair. I think it'll be easier.
You're gonna change your plan?
mm-hmm.
That happens.
I'm not sure how he's gonna sit in it though.
Oh yeah, because you can't fall out of it. You're gonna build sides?
Or back, I think. Waiting for the hot cocoa. My glue's leaking. I'm just gonna put some weight at the back so it sits. Can you pass me the bear, please?
Oh, the bear.
Look at this. Is it gonna fit? I don't know. Maybe not.
That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Keeping the Baby Bear. All right, everybody seemed to do a very good job on helping Goldilocks build another chair for Baby Bear. We got to share our chairs. What did you think of it? What did you like? What was hard? What did you like?
It was a lot of fun to create something using my imagination, and it was harder to figure out how to make it work, how to make my plan actually work.
Did you follow your plan, or did you have to make changes while you were building?
There were a few changes with the materials, but my model stayed the same.
Okay, some materials work better than others?
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Abby?
I thought my chair was harder to balance
Okay.
because it was floating.
Oh, that's right, because of the curve, because of the rock to it. So you had to figure out some other
So it
things to
became
get
a rocking
balance.
chair instead.
Okay. All right. Now, the other thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you a few other books that you might like to read that are about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Okay, but there's some different versions. Okay, and so after when we check out books today at the library, you might want to check out one of these. You might know the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but do you know the story of Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs? This story, retold by Mo Willems, features Goldilocks and three dinosaurs: Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur that they say is visiting from Norway. Goldilocks enters the dinosaur home and instead of porridge, finds chocolate pudding sitting at the table. And she gobbles it all up. Yum, yum, yum. What other surprises do these dinosaurs have in store for Goldilocks? And what will happen when the dinosaurs come back to the house? Grab this book and sit down with a friend to see what happens. Once upon a time, there were three osos who lived in a tiny casita. One day they decided to go for a walk to help Mama with her diet. While they were out walking, little Miss Rubia opened the puerta and helped herself to la sopa, which Mama had dished in los platos ready for supper when they returned. They found that the sopa was all gone and someone made a mess of their things. But this fairy tale doesn't end like the others. Find out what Goldilocks does to make things right for los osos in this bilingual tale, Rubia and the Three Osos by Susan Middleton Elliott. Tra-la-la and tee-hee-hee, won't you come and jump with me? Goldilocks jumps her way right through the front door of the bear home in this story, Goldilocks and the Three Bears by Carolyn and Mark Buhner. While the bears are out for a morning walk, waiting for their porridge to cool, Goldilocks enters their home and causes all kinds of trouble for the bears. Read this book to find out if the bears might have a mess to clean up before they can eat their porridge.
Go.
Dustylocks was more than dusty. She was downright smelly, and trouble was her middle name. Way out west, there lived three bears who kept a neat and tidy cabin. One day, this would all change when a dirty little girl named Dustylocks sees the plates of beans sitting on the bear family table. She makes herself at home, and when the bears find her, she hightails it out of there. This funny southwestern tale, called Dustylocks and the Three Bears by Susan Lowell, shows that Dustylocks lacks southern charm and manners.